Welcome to the Yes Prep Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from Xavier University of LA.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining on today. Just a few things that I wanted to talk to you guys about what Xavier has to offer. So Xavier we are founded in 1925. We are a school to go to that is predominantly African American. It is a HBCU, the only HBCU that is Catholic in the nation. Xavier has over 50 majors to choose from, and our top major is pre-med. A lot of students like to go for college or pharmacy as well, and a little things that kind of just make us a little bit different than those who would want to major at other universities. Versus Xavier has early acceptance program, and our early acceptance program, we have about 9 different partnerships, and there are a few that I like to capitalize on, which is the University of California, for those of you guys that like to travel and just kind of want to go somewhere new other than New Orleans. We also have the University of Chicago of Medicine, and then we have Tulane University, which is also I just lost my thought from being able to see something on my computer. Sorry, guys. But we also have Tulane University, which is 3 minutes away from Xavier University. And then so students who are able to want to take courses at Xavier but want to take the courses at Tulane University, you can do so. And then we also have Rochester, New York. I like to talk about Rochester, New York because students who are wanting to go into pre-med could bypass the MCAT because of the students' performance at Xavier University. We make the transition smooth there. And we also really help students, especially those who are in our honor programs for pre-med, be able to apply for the medical application. So they help you with a strong application, be a candidate for going into medical school, and then also with a medical portfolio. So you're able to also make sure that you get those internships, make sure that you're able to get the experience that you are needing, and to be able to understand that one-on-one connection that you are gaining at Xavier. Now, Xavier as a whole, we have about 3,390 as of fall 2020, our numbers. The average ACT is a 23. Average SAT is a 1090. So our students perform they are high performing students. The average GPA is 3.3. And our students really excelled in high school. So a lot of our students come over with honor courses. They do come over with AP courses and dual enrollment. So I get that question a lot. Do we take dual enrollment? Yes, we do. But we don't take every course. So you'll just have to turn in your transcript in order to be able to be admitted. Now, let's just go into admission, so I won't take too much of you guys' time. In order to be admitted at Xavier, one thing I love to say is that due to COVID-19 especially, we have no minimum GPA or ACT requirement to be accepted in the Xavier. So students that are eligible to be at Xavier, basically what we do is the admission counselor, like myself, I evaluate your official transcript, I evaluate your letter of recommendation, and then we also have been able to go test optional. We don't really like to say test optional, but it does mean that we give students the opportunity to turn in testing if they would like. Students that are not wanting to turn in testing and not be evaluated for their test, then it is required for you to turn in a resume, and it also a requirement for you to turn in your personal statement. Now, we do have scholarships that range from $4,000 to $18,000, which is half of tuition. Tuition at Xavier is $37,780, but do not fret. There is a lot of different opportunities that we are allowing students to go into getting financial assistance. Make sure that you guys, of course, National FAFSA Day is November 1st. Make sure that you're getting on board to apply for FAFSA to get financial aid. And then also we have scholarships. So not only do we have the $4,000 to $18,000, but then we also have the Presidential Scholarship, which covers all of your tuition and your fees. So it does not cover room and board. That's about a $13,000 scholarship that you will need to be able to handle your housing. But the scholarship for Presidential is about $27,000 scholarship. And then we also have the Board of Trustees Scholarship, which is a $37,780 scholarship. That covers everything that you need at Xavier, including books. In order to get those two scholarships, the Presidential Scholarship is a GPA of a 4.0 and an ACT of a 28, which is equivalent to an ACT of a 1390. And then also, in order to get the Board of Trustees Scholarship, that is a GPA of a 4.0, ACT of a 30. We do holistic evaluation also for our scholarships. For the merit-based scholarship, which is that 4,000 to 18,000. So you would not be able to have to turn in an application in order to apply for aid. If you're eligible for aid, you will be able to receive those scholarships. However, those who are not turning in testing will not be eligible for our premier scholarships, which is those that Presidential and Board of Trustees. So it is a requirement for you to turn in testing. Always go to xula.edu/apply to apply. For Xavier, there is no fee for application, and that is my take on that. So yeah, I hope to see you guys' application at Xavier.
Thank you. Just a reminder to send in your Q&A questions at any point. And now we'll be hearing from Fisk University.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to share a video with you guys real quick.
Behold the heart and namesake of Music City, Fisk University. Based in Nashville, Tennessee, Fisk is the oldest institution of higher education in the city and continues to change the world for the better. Fisk students, faculty, staff, and alumni have been instrumental in transforming the world across a variety of fields: business, pre-med, technology, education, the arts, music, and social justice. Each year, Fisk University's outstanding faculty and students continue to uphold the university's national reputation for academic and professional excellence. From leading reviewers to top corporations and graduate schools, everyone can agree that Fisk University cultivates the highest caliber of scholars, executives, and leaders. According to the National Science Foundation, Fisk produces more African Americans who go on to earn doctoral degrees in the natural sciences than any school in the nation, and a top 10 HBCU on the U.S. News and World Report. With more than 40% of students involved in corporate internships, Fisk is also ranked number 3 for job placement in the state of Tennessee. Companies such as Google, Apple, HCA Healthcare, Cravath, Swain, and more are all frequent recruiters of Fisk University students. Our team understands that your college choice is one of the most important decisions that you can make for your future. Fisk University strives to ensure that you will gain a significant return on that investment. Our goal is to provide a well-rounded educational experience that you'll not only enjoy, but that will truly prepare you to compete at the highest level, both personally and professionally. We recognize that your choice of college is truly about realizing your dreams, and we are deeply committed to helping you achieve unprecedented success. Along with your peers, dedicated professors, and administrators will become your family, your Fisk family, and we are welcoming you with open arms. If you're interested in joining us, be sure to submit your application today and visit fisk.edu. So, what do you have to lose? You only have amazing opportunities to gain.
I'm gonna share a PowerPoint now. There we go. All right, so we are located in Nashville, Tennessee. We were founded in 1866, and Fisk was known as the Fisk Free Colored School. Oftentimes, we are known for our Fisk Jubilee Singers, who are a group of performers who went around the world to raise funds to keep Fisk University's doors open. We are the first HBCU accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and that did happen in 1930. Here at Fisk, we are very proud of our ranking in our awards. We are ranked number 3rd for job placement in the state of Tennessee. We are a top 10 HBCU, and in 2019, we were ranked 3rd best HBCU by Forbes magazine. Fisk today. So we are one of the smallest HBCUs out there today. Our enrollment is around 900 students. Even though we are very small, 75% of our students do come from out of state. We do have a lot of international students here at Fisk, and the top countries for those are Nigeria and Nepal. Our average class size is 15 students, and our student-teacher ratio is 12:1. We have over 25 academic offerings here at Fisk. Our top majors are biology pre-med, business administration, and psychology. This year we did add 3 new majors, which are criminal justice, homeland security, data science, and social justice. Fisk outcomes. This is something else we're really proud of. Our Fisk persistence rate is 84%. 61% of our students who earn a degree from Fisk enter a graduate or professional school within 1 year of their graduation. Fisk is often known as a pre-professional school just because we do put so many of our students in graduate or professional school. And then over 40% of Fisk students are selected for internships here at Fisk. The national average for that is 9%. Our cost of attendance, we are a private liberal arts institution. Tuition is around $20,000 a year. Room and board is around $11,000 a year. And the total annual cost is around $33,000 a year. However, 93% of our students are on some type of scholarship or loan. We do offer merit-based scholarships. We require test scores in a high school GPA. They range from $5,000 a year to a full ride. We offer athletic grants. The average is $5,000 a year. And we also offer music grants, which are audition-based, and the average is $10,000 a year. Application requirements, you can find us on the Common App. There is no application fee or essay required. We do require a high school transcript, and this year test scores are optional. Admissions requirements. We require a 3.0 GPA and a 21 ACT 1060 SAT. And here are application deadlines. November 1st is our first action deadline, and then regular decision is July 15th. And that is it. I hope to see many of your applications soon.
Thank you. Now we'll be hearing from Morehouse College.
Right, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Michael Gum. I serve as an Assistant Director of Admissions for Morehouse College. I'm going to share my screen and then talk to you about the greatness of Morehouse. So here is a picture, and I'll say from current slide. Can everybody see this? Perfect. Okay, so Morehouse has a lot of history. Morehouse was founded in 1867 on February 14th, so Valentine's Day, the Day of Love, on February 14th. And the idea of the college when it was first started, it was to educate preachers and teachers, right? And so you fast forward to where we are now, where we're located in the heart in the city of Atlanta in 1889. And we would find ourselves being comprised amongst the Atlanta University Center, also known as the Atlanta University Consortium. That comprises of Morehouse College, Spelman College, Clark Lane University, ITC, Morehouse School of Religion, Morris Brown College, and so forth. All these institutions basically touch each other, which is really, really great. Our student-teacher ratio is 13:1. Right now, our total enrollment is right at about 2,100 students, and there's more, we recruit more than within 22 different countries. So Morehouse is an all-male institution. I can tell you that's the first thing you'll forget. The ability to go and cross-register and take classes at Spelman is available. Some of the top programs that we have is engineering. So at Morehouse, we do 3 years at Morehouse, and then you do 2 years at engineering school of your choice of about 16 schools. So MIT, Dartmouth, Georgia Tech, all those amazing schools are a part. And so you'll graduate with 2 degrees, one from Morehouse and then one from the additional institution that you choose. Not only that, but we also have C10s, which is Cinema, Television, Emerging Media Studies. So you guys who are interested in film, this is an amazing, amazing program for you. And so if you ever heard of Spike Lee, you know, graduate of Morehouse College, a lot of the work that Spike has done actually transfers over into what our CTEMS program is able to do. And so our guys have interest and have the ability to go to Sundance Film Festival. They presented work all over the place. So it's really, really awesome. Another top major I want to point out is our business major. Obviously, business is a hot commodity, it's a hot topic. And for us, about 70% of our students will actually study abroad who major in business. We bring the companies to you. So what happens is by your junior year, you're sitting down with Goldman Sachs, you're sitting down with Tesla, you're sitting down with the top companies. And again, they're coming to campus strictly for you. Morehouse is the only school of its kind, right? There's no other institution that exists that has the focus and the mind frame to educate Black men and brown guys into any higher education at the magnitude that we're able to do it. And so Morehouse will graduate 400 to 500 African-American men, predominantly African-American men each year. And so we take a lot of pride in that. Of course, we have a lot of different majors that you could be interested in. If you can always reach me at the bottom. So you see my email right there. Other things about the college, one, you know, we have a lot of history. It states that Morehouse holds a crown above our heads in hopes that we grow tall enough to wear it. That's from Howard Thurman, who was class of 23, who was a famous theologian. And Howard Thurman said that it's important for each person to know who they are. So when you come to Morehouse, it's not just about going off and being a scholar, as much as it is about going off being a scholar and knowing who you are. And so at Morehouse, we define ourselves and we redefine the world. As a Morehouse man myself, class of 2010, having a twin brother graduate with me and an older brother who's class of 04, I can tell you that beautiful brotherly love competition already in my direct family, but how that's even extended. And so brotherhood is very important to us. Everything that we do is strive for excellence. Everything that we do is that we're setting high expectations. And so it's just an amazing time to come to an institution like this. Like I said, you'll forget you go to an all-male school because we share homecoming with Spelman College. We also share our homecoming with Bennett College. So Morehouse has 2 sister schools. And again, the ability to cross-register is available for you after your first year. The average cost to attend Morehouse is right at about $48,000 a year. So we are considered expensive, but at the same time, there are scholarships available. We ask you to do your very best. So we're holistic in our application process. You can apply through the www.commonapp.org as mentioned, and you would submit everything. Morehouse looks at your weighted GPA. We also look at test scores, but we have gone test optional as well. So we want to see your very best. So apply early action by November 1st, get a decision by February the 15th for regular decision, and then for early action, December the 15th. So that's some of what I wanted to share with you. Hold on one second. Let me come out of there. There you go. Thank you. So I hope that helps. I want to leave you with this quote because Morehouse is really dear to my heart. The tragedy lies not in reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goals to reach for. Not failure is low aim and sin. So I ask students to strive, do well, and exceed well. If you have questions, I definitely will answer them in the chat, and we will go from there. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a reminder to keep sending in those Q&A questions. And now we'll be hearing from Dillard University.
Hi, good morning. It's so great to be here on today and also share the stage with these amazing institutions. I'll actually be sharing a slide with you all on this morning, but I wanted to get on here and say hi first before I begin, and then give me just a minute to share my screen. Okay, so this is actually one of our aerial views of the institution. So we are located in New Orleans, Louisiana, not too far from Xavier University as well. And I want to start off by sharing our mission while you all can see this aerial view or picture of our institution. And it's to develop graduates who are broadly educated, culturally aware, concerned with improving the human condition, and able to meet the competitive demands of a global and technologically advanced society. So here at Dillard University, we're a rather small institution, but we definitely focus on the holistic knowledge and education of our students here at Dillard. So our enrollment, our students represent 33 states and over 12 countries. We have about 1,300 students enrolled, and it's definitely a family-oriented environment. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is knowing you by your name and face and not just a number. So each professor, each teacher here at Dillard University, faculty and staff, we know our students. We know them personally. A part of my job that I definitely enjoy is the fact that not only am I meeting students and recruiting for them, but I'm also the person who's putting in your applications, checking in to make sure you have your test scores turned in, etc. So we know you all by the time you get here. And it's just a matter of matching your names and faces with the emails and the communications that we've been in with you all while applying. So our student to faculty ratio is about 14:1. And it's allowing you to learn in a nurturing and supportive environment. The average classroom size is about 18 students, give or take. Usually our biology and chemistry classes are a bit bigger until the certain tracks that we offer start narrowing down. And the same for, it may start narrowing down and getting a little smaller depending on your major as well. So we have about 21 areas of study. And they are as follows: biology, chemistry, computer science, mathematics and actuarial science, physics with concentrations in pre-engineering and medical physics, English, film. Quick little tidbit about our film program is that we are in Hollywood South. So we do have all kinds of different shows that are also on campus or even in our city of New Orleans, where you can actually do your internships. We have amazing connections here at Dillard University. So when it comes to our film program especially, you have your internships and sometimes even jobs and a great resume by the time you leave Dillard University. We have a great mass communications program with concentrations in multimedia journalism and public relations, music, theater, visual arts, criminal justice, political science, psychology, social work, urban studies, and public policy. We also have School of Health and Wellness, which gives you the public health options. And then we have an amazing nursing program as well. We get applications from all over the world, honestly, to try to come and get into our nursing program as well. And then we have accounting, financial economics, business administration, which is growing so much over the past couple of years. And then we have some dual degree programs where biology and chemistry pre-med majors have the opportunity, physics majors, psychology, urban studies and public policy, and public health as well. We have a couple partner schools that we offer, and you're able to do 3 years at Dillard University and 2 years at our partner school and have a master's. So with athletics, we don't have a football team. However, we do have men and women's basketball, men and women's cross country, track and field, and women's volleyball as well. And then I'm going to scroll down a little and get to the important part. So we do have rolling admissions. So the admissions requirements, you only need an application. It's a $36 application fee, a 2.5 unweighted GPA on a 4.0 scale, and you need at least an 18 on the ACT and a composite score of a 960 on the SAT. So you don't have to take both tests, but if you have the scores on either of the two tests, that's perfectly fine. The important part about that is just meeting our initial requirements, you would be able to get our DU grant. There's no essays involved for that. Just by meeting our requirements, you'd be able to already knock off that tuition cost and be offered a $6,000 scholarship. We have a merit scholarship for $8,000, and these are the requirements listed. A 19 on the ACT, a 2.8 GPA unweighted, Dean Scholarship 3.0 GPA unweighted, 21 on the ACT, and then we have our SAT scores listed here as well. And then we offer a presidential and a university scholarship, which gives you the opportunity to apply for getting your full tuition paid for or full tuition room and board. With those two, there are essay requirements and more of a limitation to who can receive those, because there's an essay requirement and they actually get evaluated and then you get chosen for those. So that's our most important slides here. Our tuition cost is about $30,000, but we have no problem sending you a list of other outside scholarship resources because we do accept those as well. And then we have our codes here. And then this is just a couple pictures of our graduation and our admissions information where you can get in touch with us. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Howard University. Keep sending in those Q&A questions.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here today. I am Kenyatta Peoples, a 2000 graduate of Howard University College of Pharmacy. And today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Howard. So looking at Howard at a glance, Howard University is one of the nation's leading research universities. It's dedicated to educating students from diverse backgrounds at the undergraduate, graduate, and professional levels. Guided by our extraordinary faculty, its students are immersed into cutting-edge scholarship and innovation, including technology, human genome research, atmospheric science, as well as social sciences, arts, and humanities. So this slide gives you a nice snapshot of Howard University. There's more than 130,000 degrees and certificates awarded. The student to teacher ratio is 8:1, so 8 students to every teacher. There's over 1,300 faculty members, 7,000 undergraduates, and 3,000 graduates, 3,000 students in the graduate programs. So Howard University, like some of the other schools, was founded in 1867, and the main campus has over 256 acres in the District of Washington, D.C., in the District of Columbia. And admission, again, like the other universities, to Howard University is competitive, but our admission counselors take a holistic approach at the evaluation of each individual application. So we seek potential students who not only have a solid academic background, but also embodies the university's core values of excellence, leadership, truth, and service. Therefore, it's essential that you see the application process as an opportunity to give the admissions committee a complete picture of yourself, one that highlights all of your academic abilities, your leadership skills, and personal aspirations, as well as your work and community service and or volunteers activities. So as you prepare to apply, remember that the application is your chance to really highlight who you are. The average GPA is around 3.3. The ACT score is around 24, and then the SAT score is around 1,100. Tuition is typically around $25,000 per year. And then I think I have a slide here regarding some of the requirements for admission. You need 4 years of English, 3 years of mathematics, 2 years of social science, also 2 years of a science with a lab, and 2 years foreign language. Again, you can apply to Howard University on the common application, and it's $45. And again, you must include your official high school transcript and your test scores, and have all of your letters of recommendation, which include one from your counselor and also one from your teacher, along with your admissions essay. A resume is optional, but it's always good to kind of help highlight who you are as a student. And just to end with, there's several academic programs. Again, there's 13 schools and colleges, which include the arts and sciences, business, communication, dentistry, divinity, education, engineering, also architecture and computer sciences. You have the graduate schools, which include the law school, medical school, nursing and allied sciences, and pharmacy. Also social work, and then you have dual master's degree programs and also undergraduate programs. So all the educational programs that you're looking for are there. There's also athletics, football, volleyball, tennis. There's even a new golf team, and Howard is part of the Mid-Eastern Atlantic Conferences. And then there's several different opportunities at Howard University to impact the surrounding community. We all understand the political environment that we're in. So being located in Washington, D.C., Howard is very involved in social activities and political activities. There's over 200 student organizations, and unique aspects of the university include the television and radio stations as well. So I'll make sure I leave my contact, and we're also able to answer any questions in the chat if there's any additional questions. And that's all I have for today. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have some extra time before the end of our presentation, so I'd like to invite any of the previous speakers to come back and just share any extra information, or maybe address a Q&A question. I'll leave the floor open to all of you.
I just want to say that I think it's important to look at HBCUs, and when you look at these schools that are in front of you, this is your window and opportunity to address some of the most amazing institutions in terms of HBCUs that exist. So don't sleep on this opportunity. A lot of you all are in front of some major schools, so there's no right or wrong question. Any way we can help, we're here to assist. And so I know my peers would say the exact same thing. So ask questions.
Yes, definitely keep sending in your Q&A questions. We have plenty of time, and our presenters would love to answer your questions. We'll just come back on and say thank you all for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings online. And I'll just, again, invite any of the presenters, if they want to address the Q&A questions live, you can definitely come back on and speak to those too. Thank you. I'll leave the Zoom running till the end.
There was a question about student support, and I know for all our freshmen at Morehouse, not only is it important to have support in the classroom setting, which we have, but it's also important to have the social support. And so our first year experience, our students are met every Tuesday with a staff member, a faculty member, and other students who address them and who go over the expectations of what does it mean to come to Morehouse, what area you live in, and what area you're surrounded by. Of course, being safe is something that we really talk about. And then also making sure that there's tutoring services and everything. And so our first year, our students will meet every Tuesday to discuss those things. We call it a freshman orientation. And so just wanted to address that question openly.
Hey, I think I'm going to go ahead and there's quite a bit of typing for Douglas Johnson. He has a question about all colleges, about the student organization. So I just wanted to tell you really quick about Xavier University of Louisiana. Pretty much what I wanted to just tell to you, Douglas, thank you for your question. Xavier does have about over 50 organizations. I want to say it's up to 80 organizations to choose from. Students have the opportunity to create their organizations. I think that's one of the great things about going to HBCUs, that students learn to create their ideas, and to just have a voice, and to just identify themselves as they go through different organizations and leadership. Xavier has a lot of opportunity with students volunteering. You know, our students have over about 19,000 volunteer hours. And we're such a small school. I have a little over 3,000 students. So that just shows you our students are very involved in internship opportunities. And then also just being able to volunteer. We have a PAWS organization, which you are able to volunteer for animal shelter. You also can create your environment to just look a little bit better in your community. So, you know, being able to do planting, being able to also go to a food bank, volunteer there. There's so many different opportunities to volunteer, not only at Xavier, but in New Orleans overall, due to the location and a lot of trafficking for tours. So there's a lot of things that we create in our city to keep our people involved, and especially involved in the city. So Douglas, thank you for that question. And yeah, that's it.
Hi, everyone. This is Daniela Lopez with Fisk University. There was a question about what kinds of internships does the school have to offer. I would just like to go over that a little bit. Here at Fisk, we offer, or we can help our students find any internship in any of their areas of studies. It obviously depends on your major. We do have a career services here at Fisk who focuses and works a lot with students in trying to place them in internships and also in a full-time job after they graduate. Some of the internship placements we have done in the past are with companies such as Apple, Deloitte, Google, HCA, Microsoft, Morgan Stanley, Caterpillar, Warner Music, and many more. Just last year, we had placed 12 of our students in Google internships, and we are very small. Like I said before, we only have 900 students. So for us to have 12 students intern from Google is pretty unheard of for just the size of the university. Again, here at Fisk, we do place our students, more than 40% of our students in internships while they are at Fisk. The national average is 9%. So we do focus on that in developing, helping our students develop professionally while they are at Fisk.
Hey everyone, my name is Erica Smith. I'm from Howard University. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sounds good.
Yes.
Awesome. I just wanted to confirm. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm here partnering with Kenyatta. I'm actually a 2011 alumnus of Howard University. I studied marketing there, and I'm currently a marketing manager at PepsiCo in Dallas. And I just wanted to say that I know that Howard is the reason why I'm here in this role today and why I was able to fulfill my dream of working in marketing at a big CPG company. But I wanted to come off mute because one of the students asked about essentially what is life like on campus outside of the classroom. And I thought, you know, let's just go ahead and talk about that live because it's just such a dynamic experience at Howard. There's no place in the world like it. You know, what stood out to me is there were so many experiential learning opportunities outside the class. For example, we had this CEO series where Ken Chenault, the former CEO of American Express, came, Ursula Burns, and this was all available for free in the library, in the Founders Library. You could just drop in. These are people, Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan came through to our School of Business. These are opportunities that happen each and every week at Howard University. You get access to these senior leaders and you get a chance to build your network. as an 18-year-old or a 22-year-old. It's phenomenal. And then also just there's a ton of fun. There are always concerts. Everybody knows about Howard Homecoming. It's the best ever right there on the yard. Different upcoming and then big name acts come through every year. When we had inauguration in 2008, when President Obama was first elected, you should have just seen the different events that were happening on campus. Queen Latifah, Diddy, all of these A-list celebrities were coming in and connecting with students. And so I just wanted to chime in because for me, I'm just super passionate about it. I know Kenyatta is too, and that's why we're here. So any questions you all have, I don't know if there's a way to leave an email address, but we're here to answer and talk through it.
Sorry to chime in. It is actually the end of our session. So thank you all for joining us and thank you for this lovely Q&A session. Bye everyone. Have a great day.
You too.